Hello, my name is Drew, and I'd like to take the time and welcome you again to another episode of Fragonomics. The fragrance we're going to talk about today is Montblanc Explorer Platinum, Platinum Edition. As usual, we're going to do a deep dive and/or first impressions into the fragrance right after we run the intro. Welcome back, and thanks again for dropping by my channel. And I hope to see you back again in future episodes to come. As usual, if you find any value and information offered, please consider subscribing to the channel and also hitting the like button so that the algorithm will push the video out and so that you don't miss any future episodes. Let's talk about this Mont Blanc. As usual, let's go ahead on and see what kind of accords this thing is giving, because I don't think this is getting enough love either. The main accords are woody, aromatic, ozonic, soft, spicy, aquatic, and it has some green notes in it also. And right here it says, let's see what people are saying. It's saying it's rated 3.7 out of 5. I would give it a little higher than that. We'll talk about that in a minute. But it basically says there's a woody aromatic fragrance for men. It was launched in 2023. Then it goes into the nose behind it. Then it goes into the notes. At the top note, violet leaf, pretty simple fragrance. Middle note is clary sage, and the base note is cedarwood. Let's see if they got anything else going on down here about it. I don't see anything, but it costs it. This particular one, $26. You can find it now. Looks like this is Joma Shop. $27 fragrance, whatnot. Let's talk about it. Let's get this sprayed up and let's see what it smells like. Atomizer, as usual, the atomizer. Very good sprayer coming out, plenty of material. Like I said, it's a silver bottle with a plastic cap on it, like a hard plastic. Now this one, we're gonna let it dry down a little bit because it's kicking up already. This right here is not a weak fragrance at all. This right here is another fragrance that I suggest you wear in the wintertime. This is nice. This is this is different. I'm looking at the 3.7 rating out of 5, I think, because a lot of people are wearing this at the wrong time of the year. This particular one is a wintertime fragrance. Maybe the fall, when it's cooler, not on the hot side. I'm saying when it get closer to wintertime, that's when this particular fragrance seems to shine. It's a very simple fragrance. It has like a creamy overtone to it, but you can definitely smell that violet and sage just sitting up over the top. But it's very well put together, in my opinion. Then that cedar wood is in the back, kind of pushing it up to make it kind of thick. This particular one has some depth to it also. This is not something that you need to overspray. I would say winter, if you wear this between temperature of 20 and 40 degrees, this is one you need. I would say on this one, 3 sprays. You might could squeeze 4, but I don't think it's going to be necessary because this thing has some backbone. That violet and sage is kind of just riding over the top, but it's like mixed together very well, in my opinion. But that cedar wood is kind of pushing it over the top. This is definitely, to me, this is a male fragrance. Not something that feels all feminine. It's not super hard, but it's like super crisp. This one's made for cool air. Yeah. Don't make the mistake on this one and putting it on in the summertime. That's not what this particular fragrance is for. This is another clean, different type of fragrance. That violet and sage is just gives it a crispness into my nose. This is begging for cool ass, begging for like a nice cool day. Yeah, day or night in the wintertime, this is not something. I don't even think you could wear this one in the summer at night. It's too hefty. It has too much backbone on it. I think I was reading earlier. Some people like to try to wear this, in the summertime. No, this one right here would choke you. Violet leaf with that sage on it. It'll choke you on out. And it's got something else in the background. I can't quite pick it up, but it smells, like I said, and that cedar wood is kind of wrapping the whole thing together. But this is going to give you a nice sillage in the wintertime. This is one that could probably push out anywhere from 4 to 6 feet past you to give you that little area. Somebody walking in your path, they're going to pick this one up. This has a lot of body. For it to be basically 3 simple notes, I like it. I've worn this one maybe twice. I haven't worn it enough. But my son has worn it quite a few times. And he's always calling me with compliments that he gets on it from women. Now, some phrases you put on, which we'll talk about later on, they seem to get more compliments from the male. This particular one seems to come from women. This one, like I said, I wore it maybe 3 times, Mac. I can't remember right off. But my son wears it a lot, and I'm going by the feedback he's giving me. I love the set. It's definitely different. It's definitely something I would suggest you put your nose on to see if it's something that you would like. But do not make the mistake of wearing this at the wrong time of the year. To me, this is not a scent where you're inside, like where you're enclosed and you're right up next to somebody. Say you're sitting at church or whatnot. I think it's a little bit too much for that. Even if you put it on light, it has such a crisp cut up top. I think that if you don't let the scent settle in, it could be a bit much on the inside. Like I said, I think it's a ball game type. You out walking, maybe walking the park during the day or whatnot. This is not a gym scent. This is not any of that. This is an outside, cold weather type scent. That's when it's gonna shine, because it has the body enough and it's just crisp enough over the top that as soon as a nice cool breeze hit it, it's just gonna push out. And you're gonna be smelling better probably than just about everybody that's around you. But this is not a scent where you get all up under somebody. It's not that. It's not a scent where you start spraying it on and then jump in the car with your significant other and you got 5, 6 sprays on, you're gonna choke them. I think this one right here, 2 or 3 sprays, you're gonna get exactly what you wanna get out of it. And then give it about 10, 15 minutes to kind of die down. It's gonna give you a nice sillage. And then what's gonna happen then, once you start to sweat under your clothes a little bit, it'll start pushing out again. This particular, I don't think there's any need to reapply. Like I said, I haven't worn it enough, but I've gotten a lot of feedback when my son wears it. Almost every time he's put it on, he's called me, because we got this thing, we call each other when we get compliments depending on what the fragrance is. Especially if it's something that I haven't dealt with, I want his feedback on it. Because a lot of times I'm wearing something else and I need somebody to help me wear something. But a younger man, like I said, anywhere from 21 and up can play this. You just got to make sure you pick the right time of the year to wear. This is definitely not hot weather friendly. This is begging for a cool weather, cool breeze to cut through and just bring your scent out. And even with that, on this one, I wouldn't go no more than maybe 2 or 3 sprays. Excuse me. Even with this particular, I don't even think I would spray it right in front of my face. I would probably put maybe a couple on my pulse points and one on my back, so when I'm walking by, I can basically leave a nice sillage. Because it definitely smells clean and green with a little bit of sweetness over the top, just a little bit. I think it's that cedar wood I'm smelling that giving it that sweetness with the violet. But then, like I said, this is a very simple scent. Not a whole lot to it. But at the price you can pick it up for now, let me see again. I think we said it was $20-some. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, $26 at Joma Shop. That's one of the sites that I always like to recommend, because a lot of times they have some of the best deals. They don't have them all the time. You have to, what you do, you put it in your cart. If you see something that you like and you just check back from time to time, put the app in your phone and whatnot, then when the price goes down to a point that you feel that's comfortable, then is the time for you, to step in and buy it if it's something that you would like. But this is one I would recommend you put your nose on. This is a winter's time scent. Anything over 40 degrees, you might want to think about sliding it back on the shelf and pulling up something else. But I think it's something definitely worth putting your nose on. And with that, we're going to end this episode. And I'll see you again on another episode of Freakonomics.